Viewer discretion is advised.
You are listening to Wine and Crime, the podcast where two friends chug wine, smoke weed, chat true crime, and unleash their worst Minnesotan accents.
Do you remember how they played that Dr. Dre Snoop Dogg song on KDWB?
Yeah.
At the end when he goes, smoke weed every day.
And it would just be
but
like,
it was
smoke
censored. Every day. I thought those were the lyrics.
So did I, until I
every
got
day.
the album. Smoke every day.
Why did they even leave that in?
It's iconic. It's iconic. Radio edits, especially for like the early to mid aughts, when music was nuts. It was like I was getting ready in the shower to like back to. I had a fish-shaped shower radio, and I'd get in the shower, and they would like. It was like there'd be stretches where like there were sections of time around the Dave Ryan morning show where they would play a very similar playlist like every day of popular music.
My alarm would go off right around the prank phone call.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I'd be in the shower by the time like Casey and JoJo All My Life came on, followed swiftly by Too Close by Next, which is about getting a boner at a club.
Which I didn't understand what it meant until well after college.
Well, not after college. By college, I figured it out, but
someone referred to it as the boner song, and I was like, what?
The what? We didn't listen to such things. What would you do if your son was at home crying all alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry? And the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money. And his daddy's gone.
Somewhere smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now. So for you, this is just a good time.
But for me, this is what I call life. A few questions that I need to know. How you could ever hurt me so. I need to know what I've done wrong. And how long it's been going on. Anyway, all saints.
I just got to say, my favorite bleeped
was it that
version.
I never paid enough attention?
God, don't get me started. I fucking love that
enough
song.
Affection. I know. It makes me think of you every time I hear it, which is frequent considering it's 2026.
Once a year would be frequent.
Oh, no. I play it. It's on heavy rotation.
DMX, is it up in here?
Yes.
He swears a lot in that song, but I only ever had the bleeped version. So it's like, you whack, you twisted, your girl's a hoo! Those were the lyrics. That's canon.
And that's what they played at like our middle school dances. It was awesome.
There were no adults who knew what was going on.
No. Oh.
We lived in the 90s and early aughts was a great blind spot.
Y'all.
For like
it
boomers.
Was a snippet of time where the planets were all in alignment. Popular culture was at its peak.
Yeah.
Y2K fashion. I remember like being afraid of the year 2000.
Me too. It was the unknown. It was like
what
a drop
I wouldn't
off.
give for that fear to be the predominant fear in my life right now. Why?
I wish I knew so much less.
Wipe my brain like they thought all those computers were going to be wiped. Wipe it.
God, clear my motherboard.
Wrap her up. She's done.
We're done.
Anyway,
we're done here.
Today we have a very special fanfic.
A few questions that I need to know
is what the fanfic is today. Brought to us by Jeannie Smith. God darn it, Jeannie.
Jeannie, you hit
You're
us
our
with
Jeannie
a good
in a
one.
bottle. We just got to rub you the right way.
Oh.
It feels like I've been locked up tight for a century of lonely nights, waiting for Jeannie to pick this fanfic. And that is Carnie Crimes. Once a Carnie, always a Carnie.
Mm-hmm. And we're going into this under the understanding that Carnie is not an offensive term.
Well, only a Carnie could really tell you that.
Well,
and
I'm going to use the word Carnie a lot in this.
Yeah,
so
Ma still cries when she sees a tilt-a-whirl or a fat lady in a tube top.
Exactly. We'll get to the tilt-a-whirls.
I went on a tilt-a-whirl. The last time I was on a tilt-a-whirl was in my 20s, which is far too late to be on a tilt-a-whirl.
That's really old to be on a
That's late in
tilt-a-whirl.
life tilt-a-whirling that I do not recommend. And I have this...
You must be this young to ride this ride.
Literally. Because I remember being so distressed because of the way this thing was whipping. My neck was just like this.
Yeah.
And I could not, because of the it's centrifugal, the force, I could not get my head back up straight.
You're frozen. You can't move. You cannot make an adjustment.
I was deeply disturbed by it. Unwell.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so my neck is never gonna go back. I'm gonna walk off this ride like this and have to go directly to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never gotten on one of those motherfuckers ever again.
And you've never been the same.
No, I haven't been the same.
I'm glad to see your neck's finally straightened out.
Honestly.
Thank
God.
There are some carnival rides that like rely a little bit too much on physics for
Body
my
horror.
comfort.
Yeah, like the one where you just stand in
You
it
stand against the wall.
and it just spins you. And then like the boys
Isn't that what you were referring to?
No, that's not a tilt-a-whirl. A tilt-a-whirl is the one that's like I was in like a little mermaid shell. And there's like 10 mermaid shells, and it's kind of like teacups, but more insane, and you can't control the spin yourself. Yeah. And it like spins while it's also rotating.
Okay. I was picturing the circle, the centrifugal force
I never
is
went on
your
that.
only safety.
I never went on that because really the only times a year that I ever have or continue to consistently have the opportunity to go on rides or when we go to the boardwalk in New Jersey, which we've been doing every year since I was like a baby, but I've always been a little puss about rides. They always freaked me out. I didn't really like them. I'm not a thrill seeker like that. But I'll do like low to the ground stuff. I'll do upside down stuff. I'll do stuff
I'm not a thrill seeker like that.
I don't like heights. I don't like drops. So like very small roller coasters, sure. But you would never fucking catch me on the Wild Thing. But that and then
the Wild Thing.
We used to take like an end of the school year trip in middle school to Valley Fair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we might have done it a couple times in high school too.
I remember throwing up my retainer into the garbage can. I had to go the garbage can right next to the Dippin' Dots next to the Wild Thing. So it was just full. There was just barf in there.
And then the State Fair, but I'm terrified of the rides at the State Fair. They still run the Zipper, which is like that really old metal cage that just flips you upside down.
Really?
Oh, it's so freaky. So freaky. So I've never been like a rides gal, but I do when I'm hanging back holding all my cousins and friends' purses when they go on rides. I love chatting with the Carnies because at least in New Jersey on the boardwalk, it's all exchange students that are working over the summer because it's a seasonal job. And so they're speaking a billion different languages. They have really cool stories. I'm like, this is where I'm going off to sneak my weed vape, and chat up the Carnies, the seasonal Carnies.
Yeah. With an armful of purses.
With just 50 purses that no one's questioning because there's always one sad loser who won't go on the rides, and I'm proudly that sad loser.
It's usually the husband.
I guess. Well, now it's great now because I have younger nieces and nephews, so I'm like, those rides I'll fuck with. If they need an adult supervisor on the crazy bus, the dune buggies, let's fucking go.
Buggies. The strawberries.
Yeah. The spinning strawberry. The children's bumper cars. Beam me up. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that's fair. Times have changed because the Carnie community used to be much different. Mm-hmm. And that's mostly what I'll be focusing on today.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get to it. So let's talk wine pairing because Jeannie also wanted us to feature, which I have to say, the name of this sent me.
Jeannie, why?
I literally wrote LOL-ish, but I love it. The Peckerhead Red by Grace Hill Vineyards.
Ew, and it's a red. Why does that make it way worse?
It's better than a rosé. It's just pink.
Just the word Peckerhead Red.
Peckerhead Red. Yeah, it rolls off the tongue. But this little winery is so cute, and I was dying over like the charm of it. Their visit page, which is kind of like their About Us page, is written entirely in a rhyming poem.
Oh my God.
Allow me to read it to you now. So this is about Grace Hill Winery, and you can check them out at gracehillwinery.com. They are located in just north of Wichita. They're literally on their website. It says, where we are, Whitewater, just north of Wichita, not quite to Newton, lies a little slice of paradise waiting for you. Not quite to Newton, but just north of Wichita. I freaking love it. Okay, here's their About Us, like, visit poem. Red wine, white wine, sweet and dry. At Grace Hill, there's so many to try. Set up an appointment to taste through our wine, or come for a drink on our patio anytime. Try our charcuterie and paninis, they're quite the delights, accompanied wonderfully by wine bottles, wine glasses, or flights. We have public events every month, at least one, from grape stomp to dog days to harvest. What fun! You can rent out our spaces for your own party as well, and after some wine, you'll go home with stories to tell. From 120-person weddings to small parties and bachelorettes, we have lots of options, and what our guest wants, our guest gets. Making the best wine has always been goal number one, and to let you experience it in a way that doesn't make you feel dumb. For those whose opinion of Kansas wine isn't high, we encourage you to give our wine clubs a try. Or maybe you've been to the winery, but still you crave more. In most of the U.S., we'll ship it straight to your door. Or if you live in Kansas, but just can't make it out, try giving one of our local liquor stores a shout. So by now of this poetry, you've probably had your fill. The only thing left to do is come see us at Grace Hill.
Whoa.
Dude, I fucking love that.
It really feels like a Christmas season TV commercial.
It's so good. And that page, like each little, what is it, a stanza, a little section of the poem has a clickable accompanying photo that aligns with each thing. So like where to buy, how to get it shipped,
event space,
book your private event, FAQ, oh my God. I was like, this is so charming and adorable.
That is really cute.
It's
we
really
could
cute.
never.
I know. I love it. So check out gracehillwinery.com. We are shouting out the Peckerhead Red, which is their
Stop shouting it out.
Their red blend that sells for $16 a bottle, and they have it's a 12% ABV. It's nice and sweet. This will get you going. I'm thinking like if you don't want to drink it straight up, this would be an amazing summer spritzer base wine.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm talking like a little bit of this, some sparkling water, maybe lemonade and some fruit.
Oh.
Because they're using sweeter grapes. So these are, again, it's grapes that we might be a little more familiar with in like Midwestern and colder climates. Kansas, we consider Kansas like one of our Midwest sisters. And so this
Make
is a
Kansas
blend.
gay again.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
it's okay.
I got a phone call.
It was Kansas calling to say we accept. It's a blend of Chambourcine, Norton, and Concord grapes. This sweet red wine is bursting with strawberry flavors and has been Grace Hill's best seller since its release. So check them out. They have a lot of different wines. I just love the poem so much. It makes me want to go to the winery so bad.
I mean, I'm in love with the people who run this winery.
Yeah. So the next time we're rolling through Kansas, I think we're going to have to take a stop at Grace Hill because I really want to experience the Kansas wine lifestyle. And if it's anything as fun as that poem, I'm fucking in.
Well, we shouldn't go quite as far as whatever that other town was called.
Yep, that's right. Or we might miss it.
That was one of my favorite parts.
I love it. All right. Well, let's take a break to hear a quick word from our sponsees and then dive in. I can't wait to learn about Carnies from you.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I'm excited. All right, let's do it. So, I get, the evening munchies, and a lot of times I will be craving something sweet, like, 9 p.m. hits and all I want is a candy bar.
Yeah.
But I can make a better choice for myself that actually will make me feel full so I'm not like continuing to snack all night. And those David protein bars literally taste like your favorite candy bar.
Their gold bars, it's their hero protein bar line. These are so delicious. They deliver 28 grams of protein. They're only 150 calories and 0 grams of sugar. So you can feel good about eating that at like 9 p.m. This equates to 75% calories from protein, which is the highest protein to calorie ratio of any leading bar on the market. So you could also, eat it in the morning as you're getting ready for your day and feel a little naughty about it.
Yeah.
David is now available at Walmart stores nationwide and on Walmart.com, where you can try a single bar for just $2.97.
Come on.
Each gold bar features an indulgent, doughy texture. The texture is not like any other like nutrient-rich bar that I've ever tried. They've got like little chunks, little crisps. And the flavors are incredible. Get me some peanut butter chocolate chunk all day long.
Oh, so good. I had like a s'more one. Girl.
Yeah.
The salted peanut butter is also amazing.
These are great for staying full and hitting your protein goals without compromising on taste or texture. You're going to actually enjoy eating these. They are delicious.
But don't just take our word for it. Go grab one for yourself. Head to Walmart today to try a bar or stock up on 4 counts of your favorite flavors like blueberry pie and salted peanut butter, sold exclusively at Walmart. Check out walmart.com to find a store near you.
It's a stressful time in the world right now. And personally, I don't know about you, but I'm not meditating on a mountain 24/7. I'm answering emails, dealing with a child, dealing with a husband, fielding work calls. And so sometimes if I happen to look at the news, it's just all too much for like one moment. So I take cortisol calming to keep my stress levels in check.
That's right. This podcast is sponsored by Veracity. Welcome to an all-natural way to reduce stress. With Veracity's drug-free, clinically proven, and doctor-formulated solutions, you can support your body's needs to live your healthiest life. So if you need a little boost for stress relief, you should try cortisol calming, because with cortisol calming, you can build resistance and resilience to like that fight or flight stress response and spikes in that stress hormone, which is cortisol. So this is cortisol calming that alleviates the effects of cortisol spikes like anxiety, brain fog, cravings, slowed metabolism, like all the annoying things that we don't want to have to deal with. The results, like we said, are clinically proven. Within about 30 minutes, you're going to start to feel a reduction in stress and feel more relaxed. Within 3 weeks, you get your sleep back in sync and start to feel less fatigue. That is a huge deal. And I know a lot of us struggle with like situational spikes of anxiety. This is a really nice, just like natural way that you can calm that without, having to reach for things that might not be quite as good for us. Veracity founder and CEO Allie Egan is a certified hormonal health coach, and her personal experience with metabolic issues inspired her to develop holistic solutions for achieving optimal health.
So calm your stress the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use code GALS for up to 60% off your order. Once again, that's veracityhealth.co for up to 60% off. And make sure to use our promo code GALS so they know we sent you.
It's spring. You might be thinking about refreshing your space, and you can do that, and you can make your homework even better for you with Wayfair. From furniture and decor to organization solutions and outdoor essentials, that's what I'm most excited about, is like the yard cleanup and like what new outdoor chairs do I need? Wayfair makes it easy to find exactly what fits your style and needs.
I love the search function on Wayfair because you can truly find anything you're looking for. I have very specific like visions in mind when it comes to like new bedside lamps or new couch cushions or something like that. And I can find it on Wayfair. They've got literally everything. I recently bought a shade sail. Sail like SAIL to make some shade in my backyard because it's so stinking sunny. It just gets very hot back there.
Was literally telling Bill I want to look at getting a shade sail just to cover the furniture on our back patio.
Yep.
Because we have no trees back there. It is under the hot sun all day.
Highly recommend checking out the shade sales on Wayfair.
Doing it.
Because I got one. Can't wait to set it up. I got some stuff for my garden. I got some solar lights.
Cute.
Man, they've got absolutely everything that just like scratches an itch when it comes to looking around your home and you're like, you know what? I haven't refreshed X, Y, and Z in a while. Hop on Wayfair, get a trillion new ideas. It's incredible. It's one-stop shop. I also find it very helpful to sort based on reviews so you can really see how it's daunting to shop for furniture and like larger things online, but their reviews are very thorough and there's a lot of them and I find that very handy.
So find furniture, decor, and essentials that fit your unique style and budget. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home. And we're back. I've lit an incense match. I'm ready to learn about Carnies, but I'm going to put this out before I burn myself. Oh.
Don't burn yourself.
I did the other day.
Oops.
I lit one. I was, okay, you know what? Sue me. I was smoking weed in bed, all right? It's part of the nighttime routine. And I like to light my evening J with an incense match and then let the weed smell and the incense smell. You know, it's like all my favorite things about smelling like a college off-campus housing without any of the
champa and the weed.
Yeah, the like Palo Santo and weed smell it's a favorite, but I don't want any of the other like dusty, musty smells of off-campus housing when you're 20.
Well, that with clean sheets, is great.
Yeah, and at least a moderately clean bedroom. Laundry doesn't count. My laundry is everywhere right now. No. Okay. Anyway, glad we cleared that up. What do you got for us for Carnie crimes? What you gonna tell me about Carnies?
Well, a Carnie, if you haven't figured it out, is a person working with a traveling carnival.
Okay.
They are also called showies, I think in the UK, or showman in Australia.
The greatest showman, if you will.
Maybe.
I
feel
never
like a
saw
showman. I haven't either.
I'm sorry, you guys. Unpopular opinion. I just have reached a point where I don't need to watch Wolverine sing anymore. I'm past it. I'm past it. And I know that the music from that show is great and people loved it. And I'm okay. I'm just going to hang out over here.
I'm okay with not participating in, really even acknowledging the movies that are like half CGI animated, half live action, kind of like Cats. I feel like The Last Showman was like that. I can't talk to you about Cats.
You know how I feel about Cats.
I know.
I fucking love
talked
it.
at me about Cats enough. The buttholes, the
butthole cut.
Okay.
The lore.
Plenty of lore. I might never be fully on it with you, and that's okay. That's okay.
I'll get you there. I'm not giving up on this.
Okay. Oh.
I'm going to lure you to my house for a sleepover. We're going to get high as shit and we're going to watch Cats and you are going to
have to be
love it.
I'll bring those 500 milligram gummies that might get me to watch Cats.
Let's go to the moon,
felt like
baby.
I was watching Cats on the JFK assassination tour.
You were living Cats. You were living it.
Everything was part CGI animation, part reality.
Especially our tour guide.
He was CGI.
Shout out Dan.
So that particular Dan.
Mm-hmm.
The word Carnie cropped up around 1930, 1931 in North America. Pretty apparent where it comes from, the word carnival. The word carnival originally meant a time of merrymaking before Lent. So like, Mardi Gras time.
Mm-hmm.
And referring to a time denoted by lawlessness, often ritualized under a lord of misrule figure, a troublemaker. And this was intended to show the consequences of social chaos.
Oh.
Like, everyone's going to be naughty and you're going to feel like you're having fun at first, but then you're going to be hungover and you're going to have syphilis.
It's like a purge.
And you're going to be dirty and sticky. And then you have to repent and be good for Lent.
Yeah, they gave them the Bible version of the purge to get all of it out of their system before they're abstinent for, 30 days and 30 nights or whatever. I don't know how long Lent. 40? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I clearly don't observe.
I only know that because of the Josh Hartnett movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was an edger.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What's that girl's name? Was that Rachel Lee Cook? Or was that the other one that looks just like her?
Rachel Lee Cook is the one from Freddie Prinze Jr.
She's all that.
Is she a bet? Am I a bet? Am I a fucking bet?
She's all that.
She's all that. Yeah.
She's all bet.
She's all bet.
Oops, all bet.
Anyway, Carnies.
Okay. Lent. That's where the word carnival came from. Originally around the 1540s. So carnival's an old word. Originally a fair, like a carnival fair, would have a significant number of market stalls. So they'd be like selling fruits and vegetables and sundries and shit. Today, this is rare, and most side stalls offer just food and games. The first fairground rides began to appear in the 18th century.
Oh my God, I need to know what the rides were in the 18th century.
Yes, you do, because I loved the way that Wikipedia phrased this. These were small rides made of wood and propelled by gangs of boys.
Okay. So it's like the giant rocking horse at the Ren Fair. Or
Is that propelled by gangs of giant boys?
But there's usually one costumed employee that's like jumping up and down on the horse to make it rock like crazy. And then there's these little, like the little kids swings that just like spin in a circle, but it's just like peasants pushing the swing in a circle.
Yeah. Literal man-powered.
Okay. So I guess I have kind of seen what the rides would have looked like. Because of the historical accuracy of the Minnesota Renaissance Festival.
Yeah.
I'm putting a lot of faith in that.
Get back to. Oh, wait, not the Renfest, the State Fair. In the 19th century, before the development of mechanical attractions, sideshows were a mainstay of most fun fairs. Typical shows included menageries of wild animals, so-called freak shows, waxworks, your favorite. Ooh.
I've shown you this, right?
I think so, yeah.
This is a book called Freak Babylon, an illustrated history of teratology and freak shows.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's very fascinating. The tattooed lady.
A lot of the research that I was kind of running into blended in with the freak show, sideshow kind of things.
Yeah.
And we've kind of talked about that before. I didn't really want to wade into those waters because of all of the ableism and exploitation.
Ableism and racism and trafficking. Yeah, I mean, this is a historical book that goes over a lot of that. It just also happens to be illustrated. It's a fascinating read. I thought I'd pull it out for today, but yeah, where those things come from are not pretty.
No. But they can be interesting and fascinating and good to talk about and good to learn about. And there were a number of people who worked in the freak shows and really found a lot of freedom and autonomy in it.
And platforms for advocacy. Yeah. I mean, from oppression, comes there can be beauty. I wouldn't say benefits, but there can be like beautiful outcomes. Led by the people who are oppressed, like the liberators. But yeah.
Yeah, one of the articles I was reading was talking about a boy or a young man. I think he was like called billed as the alligator boy, but he had some sort of
skin condition,
physical something or other. And he would be on stage doing tricks and kind of, doing his thing, but also explaining his condition to the audience. And, you can communicate things like, I was born with this. It's not contagious. It doesn't hurt, things like that. So it's like edutainment.
Oh, interesting.
Of old. So I'm going to skip to a part because while we're on the subject, there is a town in Florida called Gibsonton or Gibton. I think they they
Shortened it
to. It's basically a town for carnies that was like kind of established by and lived in by carnies and carnival workers and like people who worked in the freak shows. So this is a little bit from The Guardian. In the golden days of American carnival, all roads led to Gibsonton, Florida. The self-defined 14,900 inhabitant town.
Wow.
12 miles south of Tampa became the industry capital. It was known as Carnie Town and was a fabled place where everyone had run away with the circus. So in
they built their own community where they could be themselves and feel welcome.
Yeah.
Ugh.
In 1967, it was home to up to 100 self-defined, quote, human oddities, in addition to several thousand carnies. Balmy winter weather offered a foothold in a nomadic lifestyle where rides could be repaired, big cats trained, and then in parentheses it says, every day or they'd forget.
Oh, Lord.
And stunts practiced during the off-season. It was a safe haven away from prying eyes.
Wow.
And another part of the article, it was like asking how somebody remembered the town back in 1967. And he described it as like a set of conjoined sisters ran a fruit stand. And the counter or the post office was run by little people and the counters were like shorter for them or something. Like
it's just
everything in the town was
accessible and that's just
and
normal.
that was just for them.
Yeah. That's so fucking amazing.
I'm pretty sure that was an exaggeration, those particular examples, but
they probably weren't, though.
If that's how he remembered it, that was the vibe, you know?
These were, you know, different bodied people that were doing regular jobs in their town.
So yeah, Gibsonton, Florida.
Cool.
South of Tampa. I want to go there next time we're in Florida. Because there was photos from it that like modern photos. It's very carnival.
Yeah, we got to pay our respects.
Oriented. Yeah. Okay, so backing up to the wooden rides propelled by gangs of boys.
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, waxworks, boxing and wrestling challenges, and theatrical shows were the mainstays. In 1868, Frederick Savage, an agricultural engineer from King's Lynn, devised a method of driving rides by steam. His invention, a steam engine mounted in the center of the ride, transformed the fairground industry in England and around the world. The preeminent carousel maker, so the steam was in the middle, it spun it around.
He didn't invent the steam engine, but he created his own version of the steam engine that would fit this purpose. So like he invented the first like steam engine powered ride.
Correct.
Fuck yeah, that's cool.
So becoming the preeminent carousel maker in the 19th century, his fairground machinery was exported globally.
Wow.
So that carousel, dude.
Very cool. I mean, I feel a little bit better now when I see places that have like an antique OG carousel and how it's almost always out of order and they'll only run it like specific times of the year. It's like, I bet maintaining an old as fuck steam engine is not an easy thing to do.
I have a picture of one of them on the drive.
You
can
do?
Look at. Okay. This particular carousel was called Sea on Land, like SEA.
Cool.
I think it was supposed to make you feel like you're going up and down in a boat, like over waves.
Yeah.
As it spun around.
Yeah. Okay,
cool?
so it's almost like this has splintered off in the modern day into a couple different rides. I see that it's a carousel, but what we know now with like the horses and the fun shit that goes up and down, whatever, is not what this was. But there's a ride that we go on at Wildwood every year called the Music Express, where you're like on this circular thing in these little carts where you can only have 1 to 3 people in it.
Those things go fast.
And it just whips you and then does it backwards. I fucking love that ride. I was so scared of it when I was a kid, but now I'm like super into it.
I feel like I can smell that ride. Because at least the one that's at Valley Fair, it's like enclosed kind of. And
the
everything's
Valley Fair
just
one
oily.
Too it's like snow carriages. Like it's I think, and then they also swing out
Maybe.
with the centrifugal force.
Oh,
I might be thinking of a different one, but it's the same ride. It's just constructed a tiny bit differently. But it's cool to see this is like the birthplace of both of those, most likely.
Of rides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Modern traveling carnivals got their start after the 1894 World's Fair in Chicago, Devil in the White City, which had an area that included rides, the Ferris wheel, as we know, games of chance, freak shows, and burlesque.
Wow.
After the World's Fair, traveling carnival companies began touring the United States, performing in a new town every couple of days. What a lifestyle. Due to the type of acts featured, along with sometimes using dishonest business practices, largely because they were in a new town every couple days.
Right.
The traveling carnivals were often looked down upon, which sort of segues into why carnies have their own language. It's called Carnie.
You don't say.
Linguists describe it as an argot. I had to look up this word. It means the jargon or slang of a particular group or class.
Okay.
Argot. Or a cant, which is a language peculiar to a specific group or profession and regarded with disparagement.
Because they're an out group.
They're an out group, and they're an out group we don't like. Like robbers.
Sure.
I found this amazing article from Louisiana Folk Life about this language. The article is mostly about pro wrestling.
Cool.
Yeah. So like the overlap is really fascinating. It talks about how the Carnie language originated in the mid to late 19th century at carnivals among the professional wrestlers. Because like I said, before there were a lot of rides, there were like
shows.
People shows.
Yeah.
You know? So, quote, it began as a show of athleticism by particularly talented men, most notably Civil War veterans trying to earn a living after the war. These men, who could rarely be bested in a fight, challenged onlookers to wrestle and brokered wagers on the outcome.
Oh my God.
So they would come up to the ring and then it'd be like, "Who wants to fight me?"
Yeah, and then
I bet you $10
alphas would sign right up.
Often the hero would first defeat a plant who was just a fellow carny who was in the crowd, who's like, "Hey, how about you? I don't know you at all. You're totally not going to throw this fight." After which the locals would be eager to step up and finish the job that the plant started. In order to communicate with each other in front of unsuspecting crowds, the wrestlers and the plants used a code only decipherable by a trained ear, the language now called Carnie.
Wow.
So Carnie works much the same as Pig Latin, in which a mnemonic utterance is added between syllables to render a word unintelligible to the uninitiated.
Cool.
So
I was going to ask actually if it was like Pig Latin.
Yeah. So
because that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's not like a whole unique novel language. It's just if you're speaking it rapidly, no one knows what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
So by the rules of Carnie, okay, it's ease, is, or eas, depending on, it's kind of regional.
That they add in?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it was spelled as E-A-Z, and a couple different sources said they pronounce that as is, ease, or eas.
Okay.
I'm going to go with eas because that was the first source that I found.
I wonder if there's video of people speaking it.
There is.
Did you find any?
Yeah, I can play some, but I was going to talk you through this first.
Yeah, no. After you do that, I want to hear some from an authentic Carnie speaker.
So is inserted before the first vowel of every syllable in a word. That's called an infix. So your name, Amanda. So for putting is before every vowel, your name is Iazam, Iazand, Iaza.
Oh.
Iazam, Iazand, Iaza.
Cool. Okay.
And then I did wine and crime too, which doesn't sound as pretty. It's weazyme, eazand, creazyme.
Oh, I gotta take my creazyme supplement. Good reminder.
My creazyme powder.
I gotta off my creazyme.
So there's a TikTok video from KLG for Texas, and she can speak Carnie, so she's saying some things like kind of fast, so you can hear what that kind of sounds like.
So I'll say a phrase. Sisum is ein is aim is kizate is an is Elizabeth is ostis and tizax is an tizize is thizers tize is an is his aspis and vizer is his odd is outsizide is also is er lizong is an was is our lizok kissing fizor was er tizu is a kuzold for that.
Okay.
Does she say what she said?
She had said, "Hi, my name is Kate. I live in Texas. Today is Thursday," and then I couldn't understand the rest of it.
Wow. I couldn't understand a word of that. Carnie works. Carnie code is efficient.
Yeah. And maybe like once you kind of know it, you know to listen for it, and you can kind of, but if people are just rapid fire fluently speaking this, there's no way.
Yeah, that's wild. That's amazing.
So like any other language, it connects speakers. And because the Carnie community is not large and they take a lot of pride in their culture, speaking Carnie is a badge of respect. Today, according to this article, the language is more common in the wrestling community than in the working Carnie community. Because
there just aren't as many carnivals anymore, I would imagine.
There aren't that many trade
Carnies.
Carnies because, as you mentioned, a lot of them are foreign exchange students on their summer break. You know, obviously, depending on the area. I'm not painting with that wide of a brush.
It's seasonal work that draws those specific types of employees right now. Especially now that there aren't like these quote unquote freak shows that are rooted in ableism. So like disabled people are certainly getting jobs with seasonal work with carnivals, but not at like the level and to the extent that they were, because before they were being like specifically exploited for their unique look, quote unquote, or talents, quote unquote. So yeah, it's just the employment is different. Seasonal work doesn't look the same as it once did.
No, nor does traveling work. So this article finishes by kind of comparing the wrestling and the Carnie community. Both industries have similarly evolved to conform to cultural demands, and the use of the Carnie language diminishes as a result.
Right. But they don't need a secret code anymore if their rights and their autonomy are being protected, because that's probably why ultimately they needed that language in the first place, to have conversations in front of potentially harmful attendees, but also probably in front of their bosses.
Well, we'll talk about the reasons why the language kind of came to be.
Okay.
A lot of why it's died out is just because Carnies, like I said, trade Carnies don't exist in as the numbers that they used to.
Right.
So there's just not people learning the language, learning how to speak it, becoming good at it. I mean, it's sort of the same as you see like a lot of indigenous languages, their kind of cultures. I'm not trying to like really compare them necessarily, but a language is a language. It's a living thing. It has a purpose.
Yeah. And languages do die out when the people speaking them.
When the new generations aren't sticking around to learn them. Okay. And then, but you can still find some like older carnival workers, or as they call them, half-yarders who use the language.
Okay.
I found an article from Racket, Minnesota, which, oh my God, I don't know why it was so challenging to find like really good, reliable sources about Carnies, but like a lot of my sources had terrible fonts and terrible like inverted colors on the page, and it was so hard to read, and I felt so old because I was my eyes can't handle it. I have to get my blue lenses, my blue light lenses. Anyway, they had some information about like online job boards for carnival workers with like kind of mysterious language. It was like a peek behind the curtain.
Cool.
And it was really funny. So the article says there's a website called Carnival Warehouse with job postings for show people, folks looking to work the seasonal route of state and county fairs that run from early spring into fall and winter. The listings on the board are cryptic, full of intriguing vaudeville phrasing like, looking for someone to work hanky-pank or hanky-pant, or need a ball and cork man, or shake machine and beer bust.
Hell yeah.
These posts boast of free bunkhouses with no bugs. They advertise sign-on bonuses and 30% take-home pay to carnival workers and show people. More than the fanciful vocabulary, though, there's something fascinating about the job board, like a peek behind the circus drapes that shows how massive events like the Minnesota State Fair function.
Mm-hmm.
In a Facebook group, one post warns, no drunkies or junkies or lumpies.
Okay.
And for some reason, that's a lumpy with 2 P's.
Well, it must mean something very specific. Not that you have lumps.
No, I don't know.
Maybe that you're lumping around.
Maybe.
Doing some lumping.
And the post also proclaims that, quote, if you can't get to where you need to go, we ain't your kind of hole. What is a lumpy? Are we lumpies? What kind of hole is our kind of hole?
Asking the important questions, Racket.
The questions stack up like rings around a milk jug. Perhaps we aren't supposed to know what a lumpy is. Maybe hanky-panks and shake machines are not for us to understand.
We're not in the in-group. Not every space is for us.
It's not for you.
It's not for you, and that's fine.
Play the games, give them some money, go home.
And get out.
And don't litter.
Please, for the love of God.
So they also have a bunch of jargon.
Okay.
Which I'm going to tell you about.
Rattle it off.
This reminded me of when we were doing our trucker crimes episode and I had all the trucker codes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to throw a bunch of shit at you and I hope that some of it sticks.
Great.
So their games are called joints. He's over at that joint. A food stand is called a grab, a popper, or a floss wagon. I don't know. I like that a food stand is called a floss wagon.
Yeah. Get all that corn in your teeth.
Ugh. And Annie Oakley was meant a free ticket. I don't know why. That one was more quaint because that was in like the 1910s.
Mm-hmm.
To bally is to attract a crowd by making a great commotion about how terrific a show is. Wow, I just got out of this monkey girl show and, screaming and drawing attention so people want to go see whatever the hell you just saw.
Got it.
That's called ballying. Okay, I will be using this one for the rest of my life. A waxy is a repairman.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
To come, grease up the rides.
Yeah. Yep.
A waxy. It makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
A scram bag is a bag packed for immediate use in case a quick departure is required.
Oh, that's cute. I like a scram bag instead of a go bag.
Yeah, a scram bag.
Mm-hmm.
I like how so many of these allude to just the naughtiness.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. A kinker is a slang term for a circus performer, originally referring to just acrobats, kinkers.
Mm-hmm.
So then from that came kinker talk, which was the special language of the circus.
TikTok.
Kinker talk.
Got it.
A G-top was a private employees only tent for gambling.
Ooh, okay.
That was their space. A Larry is a poorly made, worthless, or broken item or souvenir.
Oh my God. I wonder if that's Larry, why Larry/Gary Gergich in Parks and Rec is named that.
Maybe.
Something you'll understand when you finally fucking watch it. That and cats. I'm trapping you at my house for a whole weekend. I don't ask for much.
Just keep drugging me and I'll say as long as you want.
One weekend where all we do is smoke weed and watch TV and it's just, we watch cats and then we just watch Parks and Rec for 2 days.
And
just
Bill
enough for you to get...
continues to bring out food.
Yep.
It's like that restaurant in Mexico City. You don't order. They just bring it to you till you say stop.
Well, I wouldn't know because I was probably peeing in a cup at that time.
I didn't go. We just read about it.
Oh, okay. It wasn't for me.
It wasn't for me either. That's okay. A charivari. Ooh, you hate this one. It's a cacophonous and chaotic entrance of clowns.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No charivari for you.
No, thank you. I'd prefer not.
So to Charlie, or maybe like pulling a Charlie, something about Charlie, is to toss a stack of posters or playbills into the trash rather than like handing them out like you were told to do.
Got it.
We've all done that.
Gotta do it.
A cherry pie, what's referred to as a cherry pie, is outside work performed by carnival employees for extra cash. So outside of their circus hours, little side gig while they're on the road.
Okay. Cherry picking the cherry pies.
Here's another little allusion. A clem is a late 19th century slang term for a fight between carnival employees and the residents of the town they're passing through.
Oh, damn. Okay.
A clem went down last night.
Mm-hmm.
Enough to have like a one single term code term for it.
It had to have happened on more than one occasion is what that indicates. It's like, why do we need a sign for this?
There was another
What happened here that requires this term?
Oh, what was it? B? Well, there was one, if a Carnie was like hitting on a townie, like if a Carnie boy was hitting on a townie girl, one of his Carnie friends would come up just to fuck with him and say, baby needs milk.
Ew.
And that's how they'd like mess with each other.
To be
Isn't
like,
that gross?
he has a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Boo.
There was another one that was
Cock block.
I forgot what it was. But it's basically like a code for like, shut the fuck up, the cops are coming.
I like
"Shut
that.
the boss is right behind you.
Mm-hmm.
A dookie is a lunch distributed to carnival staff on the journey between destinations.
Okay.
A lead joint is a shooting gallery. A Reuben, or maybe
It's a
just
sandwich.
calling someone the name Reuben, maybe. But it's a gullible sap, a rube.
So that's where must be. I wonder if what came first, the Reuben or the Rube.
The rube definitely came first, but I think using the word Reuben, you might not know that they're calling you a rube. Okay, so a hanky pank or a hanky pant, it's both. A game where every player wins a prize every time, but where the cost to play far outweighs the cost of the prize. Usually it's a game for small children. A shake machine. A shake machine. I really thought it was a machine that made milkshakes, but it's not. It's a ride which shakes out loose change from the pockets of the customers riding it.
Oh, hell yeah. And then they can come scoop it up. That's awesome.
I know. I love that. A blade glommer is a sword swallower.
Oh, ew.
Here's another inference. A fluckum is just an umbrella term for any mysterious substance.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Fluckum.
I have cats. We have cats. And you have a kid. So Fluckum is
Oh,
inevitable.
there's Fluckum everywhere. I'm looking at Fluckum right now. Oh, my house is runneth over with Fluckum.
It's flucked up.
It's flucked up. A 24-hour man is an employee who travels ahead to the next lot and posts the arrows for the rest of the vehicles so they can just get there.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, but that would be a pain in the ass job.
I don't know. You'd be alone a lot of the time.
I guess.
That's appealing to me.
Fair enough.
Alone on a drive, figure out where you are, figure out where people need to go, put some arrows up.
Yeah, just human Google Maps.
A punk joint is a game that largely appeals to children. So a punk joint might be a hanky pank.
Okay.
And then to put them on the send means to extract every last dime from a person in the hopes that they will go home or to an ATM to get more money.
Holy shit.
Put them on the send them to an ATM.
Incredible. Incredible.
Okay, so speaking of like really horrible websites, I found the least vision-friendly website on the entire internet.
Oh no. Okay.
It had a lot of information, seemingly good information. It's goodmagic.com, but I'm warning you about the what you're about to see.
So I have to go to this website?
No.
Then I'm not going to see it.
No. It's in
but
Comic
the people
Sans.
listening, Mike. Oh.
Everything's in Comic Sans. It's against a backdrop of royal blue, and the text itself is white.
Oh.
It's so hard to read.
Oh,
it's so
that's
hard
rough.
to read. I know.
Mm-hmm. I'm
So
sorry.
be warned. But it's goodmagic.com.
Mm.
Lots of Carnie info. So this is from that website. I'm often asked about the Carnie code of rules for behavior. It evolved out of necessity. On the lot, as one Gibsonton resident put it. Gibsonton.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Quote, you're a stranger in every town you go, so we only have each other. The rule has been reinforced through experience since outdoor entertainment became organized in medieval times.
Mm-hmm.
The carnival and its denizens are exactly as good or bad as the locals want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a well-scrubbed family park or a temporary bad part of town where you can go for a bit of sin. The choice is yours.
Mm-hmm.
The townies draw that line wherever you go. The fine, upstanding, church-going citizens of any town USA always look with justified suspicion on these weird people showing up in their town. The Carnies will be here today and gone without a trace tomorrow. It says so prominently on all the posters.
Don't
Carnies
worry. It's only temporary, y'all. Don't freak out.
Carnies have no stake in the local community. They have no fixed address. They look like they just got out of prison yesterday. They certainly don't play by your rules, and they've come for the express purpose of getting your money. Surely they'll cheat you, and if you're lucky, you'll get a stuffed bear.
Wow.
This is
Who wrote this?
the man from the Good Magic website.
Hater. Freaking Carnie hater.
No, I think he's projecting.
Okay.
His whole website is about Carnies.
So he's saying that this is like how they would have been treated.
This is
the
how
town.
the people of any town USA view the
Got it.
Carnies.
Okay.
Those guys are talking mighty sweet to every girl that comes down the midway. Better keep an eye on your girlfriend. Again, this guy's words, not mine. And then there are those sluts in the girly show. Ladies,
yeah.
watch out for your men. Okay.
Listen,
Then there are those sluts in the girly show.
if your man is running off with a Carnie, he was never your man in the first place.
And you can definitely do better than that.
And you can fill in the blank with anything. Doesn't have to be a Carnie. If your man runs off with anyone,
Yeah. The suspicion
let him
is...
run.
Let him go. Goodbye.
Bye. It's not.
Unless he runs off to Gibsonton. And
Don't.
then I'd be curious.
Yeah, stay together because I want Gibsonton citizenship real bad.
Gibsonton tea.
Mm-hmm.
The suspicion is mutual for good reason. If you're a Carnie, the locals have no reason to treat you fairly. You've got a pocket full of the citizens' money. Surely the police could find some way to make you give it back. And many of the things about you and your coworkers that make the locals suspicious are true. So a Carnie needs some rules to be able to get along in such company. Don't nose into anyone else's business. Don't screw up anyone else's game. And when the trucks leave the lot, all debts are paid.
Okay, it's done. Once we're gone, it's over. You're not getting a dime, and we're not getting a dime.
Don't make anyone chase us. Settle your shit before we leave. So this is the Carnie code that I'm telling you right now.
Got it.
Don't screw up people's games. Don't be nosy. Pay your debts. And you need to band together to protect yourselves. Don't give them your real name.
Good call.
After all, there was that little disagreement in the last town just a few miles away. And stand by your fellows. shout, "Hey, Rube," and rowdy locals quickly find that you have more and bigger and meaner friends on your side.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the Carnie code, according to Wayne from Arlington, Virginia.
And his Comic Sans illegible website.
Please at least change the font. No, at least change the color. The color was worse. Ooh.
Unreal.
So yeah, that's we dipped our little
Your
big
dainty
toe into Carnie's.
I loved it.
There was a lot and not nearly enough at the same time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Most daily rituals are made for some idealized version of yourself. And washing with a Tushy bidet is just science, honey. Mm-hmm. Water is better than dry, shreddy, dusty toilet paper. It's made for your real life, which, a lot of which happens on the toilet.
Yup.
Right now, you can clean your whole bum in just a couple of seconds. And trust me, you're going to feel great.
Listen, if you suffer from a crusty, dusty backside, Tushy is about to be your new best friend. Tushy is the everyday luxury bidet that instantly transforms your bathroom habits and your bottom health for life. We can absolutely attest to that. We travel with the portable bidets now.
It's part of my life.
We can't live without them. It is so much better than just wiping until you die. What are we doing?
Yeah.
99% of people who wash with the Tushy warm water bidets feel cleaner and fresher after going to the bathroom. If you are someone who menstruates, there is nothing nicer than making that already kind of rough pit stop so much more luxurious with the simple addition of a water spraying your butt. It is so nice.
Feeling better after you go is key.
And if you've been someone who's always wanted one of those fancy Japanese toilets, I'm telling you, get the Tushy e-bidet because this instantly modernizes your daily routine and your bathroom. It's got a heated seat, adjustable water temperature, a powerful yet gentle dryer. Yeah. You could get away with no toilet paper at all in these situations. It's pretty incredible. You will never be stranded on your toilet again with no way to clean yourself. It's daily decadence with practical benefits. Over half of the people who wash with Tushy, they soothe their hemorrhoids.
The
9
piles.
Get the piles. 9 out of 10 people reduce itching and discomfort. A lot of that itching and discomfort is because toilet paper is not getting you clean enough, okay? It also removes 99% of bacteria while protecting your natural skin barrier because it only uses one natural ingredient, that's fresh water, okay? It's so easy to install. I did it in 10 minutes, and if I can do it literally without the correct tools, and I've never had a problem with it, it's incredible. So what are you doing? Come on. Switch over to Tushy. Join us.
Number 2 is Tushy's thing. Go take care of number 1. For a limited time, our listeners get 10% off their first bidet order when you use code GALS at checkout. That's 10% off your first bidet order at hellotushy.com with promo code GALS.
It's springtime, baby, and this is a good time to make life simpler. Your schedule is about to get even more chaotic as the weather gets warm. So between work and school events and just existing, try to have your life together. Dinner cannot be another stressor, and ButcherBox delivers premium staples straight to your door so your meals feel intentional, nourishing, and consistent even when everything else feels all over the place.
Yes, ButcherBox has over 100 premium protein options, including 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, crate-free pork, and wild-caught seafood. Oh, the seafood. It's all responsibly raised and thoughtfully sourced, so you are not guessing about what's on your plate. You don't have to wonder. You don't have to imagine. For over a decade, ButcherBox has led the industry with meat and seafood that's antibiotic-free, hormone-free, and independently verified. Because when it comes to fueling your body, quality isn't extra, it's everything. Clean, whole protein means better support for strength, metabolism, and that steady all-day energy that we are all chasing. Every product meets the same rigorous standards. No unnecessary additives, no artificial ingredients, no mystery fillers, just responsibly sourced, nutrient-dense protein that actually does the job and is delicious. And whether you're dialing in your nutrition this spring, fueling workouts, feeding a family with strong opinions, they do have chicken nuggets, by the way, or just trying to make dinner feel less chaotic, ButcherBox offers fully customizable plans that fit your routine, your goals, your schedule, everything. They make it so easy. It shows up when you need it, so healthy eating is the easy choice, not the exhausting one. I really, really like just looking in my pantry if I've been busy running around all day, don't have time to go to the store and like get anything. Look in my pantry and be like, oh, I've got like beans and X, Y, and Z, and then look in my freezer. Oh, ButcherBox has a few different options of protein that I can just throw together. It's like it's a little saving grace.
Yeah, it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah. As a certified B Corp, ButcherBox is committed to doing things right, from how the animals are raised to how their team supports workers and reduces environmental impact. Yes, because you are what your food eats, and sourcing does matter. Plus, every box ships free, and members get access to recipes, tips, and exclusive deals that make eating clean, high-quality protein simple, consistent, and very much actually doable.
As an exclusive offer, new listeners can get their choice between chicken breast or top sirloin for a year, or ground beef for life, plus $20 off when you go to butcherbox.com/wine. That's right, your choice of chicken breast or top sirloin for a year, or ground beef for life, plus $20 off your first box and free shipping always. That's butcherbox.com/wine. Don't forget to use our link so they'll know we sent you. Nothing hits like home cooking, and if you're like me and you're not great at that, HelloFresh makes it so easy to do more of it this year with recipes that feel good and taste delicious night after night and are so easy to make.
They're so easy. I really did enjoy cooking before I had a child, and now it's just more difficult because I have like less time and less patience and less like brain capacity. But when I get my HelloFresh boxes, it just makes everything so much easier. It brings back that, like, the good feelings of, like, cooking a meal in the kitchen. So HelloFresh lets you choose from more than 100 recipes every week, including cuisines from around the world and meals that are going to help you beat the winter blues. I'm talking casseroles, pastas, potato-based. Bowls.
You know I love a good bowl.
They also have bigger portions to satisfy everyone. I love leftovers. I need leftovers. You can choose from more than 35 high-protein recipes every week, including new Mediterranean and GLP-1 friendly options. They've got a bunch of seafood, antibiotic and hormone-free chicken. You're going to feel good about what you're eating. And there's also now 3 times the amount of seafood for no upcharge. Shrimp. I am on a huge shrimp kick lately.
Yeah, you love shrimp.
I didn't think I did. And then I started cooking shrimp myself. And I was like, wow, this is A, I can cook it confidently. And B, it's delicious.
So go to HelloFresh.com/gals10FM to get 10 free meals plus a free Zwilling knife, a $144.99 value on your third box. Offer valid while supplies last. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. All right. We're back. Are you ready for my case?
I am. I want a Carnie case.
I have the fan pick case today. It is bizarre, so let's dive into it. It's not very long. It's so funny because I feel like I always have the most sources for my shortest cases because I'm clearly trying to find like more and more and more, but there just wasn't more. It's pretty cut and dry what happened here. You can see a picture of this couple on the drive. It's incredibly tragic what happened. Alfred, who went by Sonny Carpenter, and his wife Pauline were a sweet old couple who spent 32 years of marriage building a life and a large family together. They have like 6 kids and they have like 17 grandchildren.
Oh my God. Catholic?
I'm not sure. Could be. Sonny and Pauline were fixtures of the regional carnival circuit. They lived in Wichita, Kansas. And they weren't carnies themselves, really, but they did spend their golden years traveling to fairs and traveling carnivals to sell the jewelry and trinkets that they lovingly called treasures on the fairway from their little trailer.
That's adorable.
I know. In July of 2018, they pulled their camper into the Barton County Fair in Great Bend, Kansas, which was a convenient spot on the circuit for them as it was just a few hours from their Wichita home. What they didn't know as they joyfully sold their items to fairgoers was that they had been marked as easy targets by a group of people also working the fair. And there was a word for easy targets that I saw on the Carnie site. It wasn't rude.
Like a mark?
Yeah, but I think there were multiple words for it.
I saw that too.
But if you want to look it up, listener, you feel free.
Don't go to the website.
Yeah. Okay. They, in the meantime, while they're selling their wares and being noticed as easy targets, other carnies were engaging in what they believed to be instructions handed down from a Carnie mafia.
Okay.
A sinister underground group of carnies that investigators have stated multiple times does not exist.
Okay.
But
the carnies working at this carnival thought they were real and thought there were instructions from them.
Correct.
Great. Can't imagine how this turns out.
For the group of individuals who murdered the Carpenters, because yes,
oh my God.
We did speak of them in the past tense, the mafia was very real, or so they were led to believe, as they were being manipulated by a mastermind named Kimberly Younger. Younger, who was 52 at the time, so not older, but not younger, created a digital phantom, so Facebook, named Frank, posing as this high-ranking carnival mafia boss on social media and through text messages. So Younger would receive orders from Frank and then disseminate those orders to her team, which was made up of 3 individuals, a man named Michael Fowler, a man named Rusty Frazier, and a woman named Christine Tenney.
Not smart individuals, doesn't sound like. If they're believing that this Younger lady is like a conduit from
not the brightest knife in the drawer.
Not the brightest sword in the throat.
Yep. Well, funny you should say that.
No. Oh, no.
So,
I meant sword swallower.
Well.
A blade gobbler.
Kimberly would show these messages from Frank to them and convince them that they were part of a powerful, dangerous underground network, or coming from someone that was part of this dangerous network. So, like Lucy already touched on, word to the wise, if a mysterious mob boss, or frankly any entity, earthly or godly, hello, call your dad, you're in a cult, is communicating to you only through one person who only has like texts or trust me bros to back it up, you're being used. The order from the fictitious Frank was simple: rob and kill the Carpenters. And why them? Well, beyond being viewed as vulnerable, the couple did have that trailer full of goods and allegedly a small amount of cash on hand, and the group thought this is an easy grab, and then we could sell the rest of their stuff, get their cash, sell their stuff, get that cash, and then just move on to the next place.
Who was this Kathleen Younger?
Kimberly Younger.
She's
a carny.
To the other 3.
They
she's
worked
another
together.
carny.
Yeah, they just met working the circuit. Yep.
Oh, okay. Got it. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So on the morning of July 14th, 2018, Michael Fowler and Rusty Frazier attacked the couple at their trailer. Kimberly Younger was acting as a distraction to catch the couple off guard. So what it sounds like it was like earlier in the morning. Pauline was still inside sleeping, and Sonny had gotten up for the day and was just kind of like tinkering right outside of the trailer. Kimberly distracted Sonny to catch him off guard, while Rusty then grabbed Sonny in a headlock and tried to cut his throat.
Oh, no.
Sonny fought back, and Rusty stabbed him in the chest, and then Michael Fowler shot Sonny twice in the head with a 9mm pistol, and then went inside of the camper trailer and shot Pauline Carpenter twice in the head in her bed.
Waking up everyone in the whole area.
Yeah, I didn't see anything in any of these reports about like witnesses there or people who had heard the shots. It sounds like it happened really fast. I don't know if they were in like a more remote area of the campground, if it was like normal for there to be morning commotion and people just didn't hear it. I don't know. I don't have details about that. And I read like 10 different fucking articles about this.
Ugh.
So then they packed up. But so before the bodies could be discovered by anyone else or the crime scene, really, the killers hitched the Carpenter's camper to their own truck. And then I think they took the Carpenter's car and the camper and their truck down south to Van Buren, Arkansas. They buried Sonny and Pauline in a shallow grave in a remote creek bed within the Ozark National Forest, thinking that no one would ever find them. And then they went to sell off the couple's belongings near the Fort Smith Fairgrounds in Arkansas. They like immediately
really
started selling their shit.
Dumb. Are all four of them are together now?
Yes. So Christine Tenney, who is like with this group and was aware of the killings, but was not directly in, like, she didn't pull the trigger. I don't even know. She was probably just like a bystander when this happened, but she was also manipulated into this whole scheme. She called her sister. Her sister was in Texas, from the apartment that this group was staying at in Van Buren, Arkansas. And on that call, her sister noted that Christine was scared and had told her that she was kidnapped by 3 others who had murdered an elderly couple and that she's being held against her will. Now, I don't doubt that that's how that ended up playing out, but there are no like kidnapping charges, and Christine does end up being charged for being, you know, complicit essentially in the crime, even though she didn't directly commit the crime herself. I think this got to a point where she's like, oh, fuck, I'm really scared. This has gone too far. I want to get out and try to save my own skin. And so that's kind of where I think that came from. But like, to her credit, she did cooperate with the investigation. She received lesser charges. She told someone, like, if you do wind up in a situation where you've been manipulated and you thought things were going to go one way, or like didn't even really believe that this was actually going to happen, and then it does, and you're caught up in the whirlwind, like, the least you can do is what she did, which is the first opportunity she had. She called someone she trusted. She told them
to try to make it right.
Gave them information, and then the sister in Texas called 911 in Texas and said, hey, I just got this call. My sister is with people who had, quote, possibly murdered somebody in Texas or in Kansas, and that she provided the location that Christine had called from. So, you know, there's like, I'm not saying Christine is like absolved of all of her participation in any of this. And I understand that manipulation is a very real thing. And like, all of these people involved really held firm that like they truly believed that they were going to be ingratiated into this very powerful group, and like were afraid of this group. That didn't fucking exist.
Right.
So when police arrived at the apartment complex in Van Buren, Arkansas, they found the Carpenter's truck and a camper parked outside, riddled with bullet holes. Kimberly Younger, Michael Fowler, and Rusty Frazier and Christine Tenney were taken in for questioning after it was revealed that they were the ones who brought the truck and the camper into the complex. Police say they uncovered a plan that they believe was orchestrated by just one of the suspects, and that's Kimberly Younger. This is from one of the police captains. Quote, she was using a social media account for this Frank person. It was later determined through some analysis, looking on the internet, that those messages were being sent through her phone to her. So she was like texting on Facebook Messenger from Frank to herself, Kimberly Younger's Facebook, and then showing those messages to these people. And then there were a couple times when Frank, quote unquote, would also message via Facebook Michael Fowler directly. So they have some back and forth as well that they found.
Okay.
But the Facebook account, all of the login, like the creation of it, whatever, like email is behind
Kimberly.
it was all Kimberly's. It does not take a like forensic tech examiner to determine that.
It doesn't take
all it takes is access to her phone.
Neve Schulman to figure this out.
No, this is like the most blatant catfish of all time. So, yeah. she would log into this Frank person's account and show the rest of the team saying, hey, here are the messages that I'm getting from Frank, end quote. That was from Captain Weir, who worked on this case. So a clip of the messages that were between Michael Fowler and quote unquote Frank on the day that the murders were carried out. Fowler messaged him and said, it's done. They're dead. THEIR.
Oh my God.
All the spell check.
They're what?
The spell check in here is lit up like a fucking Christmas tree on these messages. And then Frank, good.
Lit up like goodmagic.com.
Truly. Frank responds, good job. Now get out. Fowler says, I'm trying to calm down right now. Frank says, deep breaths. The first is always the hardest. Jen, I don't know who that is, sent me pictures of the man. I sent into the heads of council. War is over.
And
Fowler.
Meanwhile, Kimberly's just texting this probably 10 feet away from him.
Probably.
Ugh.
Fowler, thank God and okay. I feel like I got a lead weight on my chest. Frank, you need to relax. Fowler, I am. My chest has eased up a bit. So Fowler had been convinced by Younger that these killings were an initiation into the carnival. I believe all of them felt this way, but Fowler responded a lot in police interviews. So most of the information that we have comes from like his police interviews and testimony. So Fowler had been convinced by Younger that these killings were an initiation into the carnival mafia, and the mafia would protect them and help them achieve financial prosperity, but that also the mafia was threatening them if they didn't carry out what they were told to do. So it's like you get the benefits of being in the mafia as long as you do everything the mafia says or we'll fucking kill you, basically was.
And it's like also a little bit of a pyramid scheme.
Yes, which like, again, this is so, even for the mafia, that's scammy as hell. Like
financial freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you find 3 people to be under you in the mafia pyramid.
Exactly.
And
The
before we
first
know it,
one's
we're all
always
rich.
the hardest.
Yeah, first one's always the hardest. So, yeah, I literally wrote it here. I don't think anyone involved in this crime was the brightest bulb.
Mm-mm.
When police told Fowler that the orders to kill the Carpenters had come from Younger posing as Frank, Fowler was shook and pissed and said Younger, quote, had me suckered the whole fucking way and I just threw my whole life away.
Oh, yeah, you
I
did.
know. If they weren't literal murderers, I would almost feel bad. But it's like, yeah, bud, you killed people without like really questioning why are we doing this?
Not a lot of critical thinking went into
To
this.
steal a little bit of their money and then sell their little trinkets? Like
They're trinkets on the midway.
they're old people that are carrying out their golden years. They clearly, it's either they didn't really have quite enough money to retire, which was 6 kids. I could totally see that being the case.
Mm-hmm.
Or they had a little money set away, but they just really loved doing this. I'm not sure what either of those are, but like,
Either way, they probably
Finding
they
a
didn't
mark-
have a ton of money.
that's the thing. Finding a mark that's working the seasonal Carnie circuit, that's where you're gonna make your big bucks. That's worth it.
Yeah.
You think that like no amount of money is worth it to take somebody's life, period, full stop. But like when you're putting yourself in the mind of someone who's desperate for that kind of payout and
It's
willing
not
to
your coworker, your traveling coworker.
literally, you think they're in a much different financial situation than you?
Yeah.
It's like y'all are not thinking. This is so pathetic and then like senselessly fucking tragic.
Very.
Justice.
Oh, poor old people.
I know. So they did all get arrested. They all got charged. They all pled not guilty. And then justice was pretty quickly served in a Barton County courtroom. Kimberly Younger was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole for orchestrating the hits. Rusty Frazier and Michael Fowler also received life sentences for like actually carrying them out. And Tenny was sentenced to nearly 6 years for her role in the robbery and obstruction of justice. Each individual was also charged with 2 counts of corpse abuse for moving them across state lines, 1 count of theft by receiving. So I'm assuming like killing and then taking people's stuff and then selling it could be theft by receiving, like reselling stolen goods. Let me see if I can ask Siri that. I should have looked that up, but I didn't think about it. Hey,
I
Siri,
know what theft by finding.
what is theft by receiving?
Receiving is the act of accepting or taking possession of something that has been given or sent to the person.
I think
Okay,
it's
I know what
being
the word was.
Authority.com.
Okay.
I think it's being held responsible for a theft, even if you have been the recipient of said item.
Okay. All right. Well.
So if you didn't steal it yourself, but you got it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. And 1 count of evidence tampering each. Sonny and Pauline Carpenter were remembered by their 6 children, 17 grandchildren, and 23 great-grandchildren. As a
I wouldn't even remember all those people's names.
I know.
23? Good God.
Great-grandbabies.
I don't even know 23 people.
I mean, you do, but it's a lot of That's a lot of people. So they remembered as a couple who were happiest when they were together. They were victims of a cruel, fabricated fantasy targeted simply because they were kind, hardworking people who happened to cross paths with Kimberly Younger and her band of misfit carnies.
God.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes, it's just so pointless.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really sad. So
Yeah.
that is the information that I could find about Sonny and Pauline. Ugh. But yeah.
I bet they had great trinkets.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. Wherever they are in the ether now, I believe they're together. And
On the midway.
yeah, so sad. So
Yeah.
fucking sad.
Well,
Carnie on Carnie crime.
you hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
They're breaking Carney code.
Oh, big time.
Big time.
Like the worst one.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
They're not allowed in the G-top anymore.
not anymore, baby.
A waxy wouldn't do that.
But you know who is allowed in the G-top? Jeannie Smith.
Oh, Jeannie, thank you for this topic this week.
God bless you.
You're no Larry.
Nuh-uh. You're no lumpy that we could never determine what that meant. Sorry if it's not real.
The internet doesn't know what it is.
The internet is also stumped.
Well, let's put him to the send. Put him on the send.
Put
Can
him
you tell
on
I-
the send.
Can you tell I scrolled back to my vocab
Yeah,
section?
put him on the send to Uncorked so you can get these episodes ad-free as well as additional bonus content and monthly happy hours and our new book club.
Yes, our book
Pre-sale
club.
for our live shows.
Mm-hmm. Live streams.
Yeah, live
happy
stream,
hours.
free access to live streams when you're at $10 or more.
Don't make me throw a clem.
Oh, I forgot what that means.
It's a late 19th century slang term for a fight between carnival employees and the residents of the town they're passing through.
That's right. Don't make her do it.
I'll do it.
All right, loves. We will see you next week.
Thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.
Like what you see?
Check out more episodes and become a member to unlock exclusive content.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Mm.